According to Wall Street Journal, instead of 104 girls born for 106 boys, among the newborns, the girl-to-boy ratio stands at 100 girls born for 105 boys, which is lower than what you just saw. This skewness is mainly a result of ratio in two heavily populated countries, like in China. They are reported to be, according to Wall Street Journal, 100 girls born for 121 boys, and in India, 100 girls born for 112 boys. Now, India has enacted the Preconception and Prenatal Diagnostic Techniques Act, in which doing ultrasound for determination of the gender of a child is a crime. Now, we have some reports of conviction, like one is right here, that is a doctor was sentenced for 2 years in prison for using ultrasound to determine the sex of or the gender of fetuses. But still, even 6 years later, these practices do continue. Like I'm showing you this newspaper article, which is in Hindi, and here is English translation, that in spite of many legal bans, the lives of girls are being terminated in the mother's womb. In the last 2 months, and the date is June 2012, cases have been filed against 12 clinics for abortion of female fetuses in Delhi itself. Okay, even to the extent that the country is considering creation of fast track courts to stop such practices. Now, getting such a conviction is not that easy, because it is very hard to do surveillance at such a large scale. Now, let us see how we can use binomial probability calculations to help monitor suspicious behavior, which means like doing ultrasound for determining the gender of the fetus, okay, by such clinics. And let's just keep the location, say India. So now remember what binomial is, that we have n independent trials, okay, and the probability of success is the same in each trial, okay, and every trial has to, results in a success or not a success. So say we term success as a newborn being a girl, okay. So we can, if we assume independence, which we can reasonably do in this case, so we have the probability, and let's go by the newer estimates and say we believe that the probability that a newborn being girl is 20 over 41, okay, and say there are 50 newborns expected at a clinic, all right, and we want to see this here, that is to determine the probability that say 20 or less will be girls, okay. So how we will do that? We are using Excel in this course. So we will open Microsoft Excel. So here we have Excel, and we will go to paste function, or what we call insert function feature now. So click on it, and you can go to, say, statistical, and go to binomial distribution. Okay, and you want this number of successes is 20 or less, total number of trials is 50, probability of a success is 20 over 41, and we are going to say true for cumulative, because we would say false if we wanted the probability of exactly 20 successes. But here we want the probability of 20 or less successes. So that means we are computing the cumulative probability. And once we say true, here the cumulative probability is about 0.135395. All right. Now let's look at another question. Okay. So say we wanted to do this to, say we wanted to find the number such that the probability of the successes at or below that number is only 0.05. 0.05 is a small probability, so say we just put that as like a benchmark, that if we have the number of successes so low that probability of watching that low or lower successes is only 0.05, then we will put the clinic under suspicion. So in this case we are doing this, that we are looking at inverse binomial calculation, and again in this case the total number of trials still is 50. The probability of a success is in any trial is 20 over 41, and our level is what, 0.05. So what happens, the number comes out to be 19. That is, if we see that out of 50 newborn at the clinic, 90 or less are girls, then we see that chances of this happening are very low, and we will treat that clinic with a suspicion. Okay.